Okay. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. This is an exciting day for us. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Mayor Joyce, thanks for joining us. Our city manager, Mr. McNichols here. Our city attorney, Kimberly Carnley's here. We've got our communications director, Don Jones here. We've got Brady Morse here. I mean, countless people that help make this city amazing. We appreciate you all being here today. And not to mention friends and family from Pond Creek and from Enid, and we appreciate you joining and sharing this with us. And obviously, Starla and Eli. I've got a mic up here hot for you guys if you want to say a few words afterward. It's totally up to you. You can think about it. Ashton from the News Press is here, so thank you for joining us. So my name is Terry Essery, and I'm your fire chief. And we are here today to celebrate and formally acknowledge just how important this is for the city, our department, and Brandon and his entire family, all of you guys. Anytime somebody promotes, it's a reason to celebrate, right? And it's a huge deal. But when you're promoting to assistant chief, it's that much bigger because it has such a tremendous impact on the direction of our department and the quality of services that we provide to all of our citizens. So today, we're going to present Brandon his new badge. And before we go any further, I want to talk about what the badge represents. We talk about it as a shield. It's been called a lot of things, but really, when we talk about it being a shield, it's not a shield for us, it's a shield for the community. We use it as a symbol of we stand in between harm's way and them. That's what we do. That's our calling. And there's going to be 4 bugles on Brandon's badge. And the bugles represent communications on the fire ground. And before radios, they had to have a way to communicate with their crews on a fire scene. And the person in charge of that fire scene would have a bugle so that everyone could hear that commander's voice. So that's what the bugles represent. It represents leadership on the fire ground. But most of all, the badge represents hope. It represents trust, and it represents honor. And I assume Starla's gonna pin the badge on Brandon today. And that represents something very special too, because first of all, none of us achieved this alone. Starla has a huge part in this. Eli has a huge part in this. All of you have a huge part in this. Nobody gets to where we are without a lot of help, and nobody stays here without a lot of help. And second, it symbolizes the trust that is given to us, the trust that can also be taken away. This job is a privilege, it's a calling. And when people have their darkest day, they trust us to make things better, and that's what we do. So Brandon, you're about to start a new chapter in your story, a new chapter in the stories of everyone in this room. And there are going to be times when you feel like an avalanche is bearing down on you. But trust me when I say you were built for the snow. And everyone here is rooting for you. Everyone in the history of this department, in the history of the fire service, is rooting for you. We're on your side. You're never alone. And so many great men and women have come before us and shown us through their sacrifices and relentless passion to serve something larger than themselves, how to lead with courage, honor, and love. And today I want to share some insights from amazing leaders past and present. It is the responsibility of leadership to work intelligently with what is given and not waste time fantasizing about a world of flawless people and perfect choices. Marcus Aurelius. If you're worried about the skeletons in your closet, stay away from the graveyard. Rick Lasky. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Marcus Aurelius. Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? Martin Luther King Jr. I alone cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone across the waters to create many ripples. Mother Teresa. After climbing a great hill, one only finds that there are many more hills to climb. I can rest only for a moment. For with freedom comes responsibility, and I dare not linger, for my long walk is not yet ended. Nelson Mandela. The path to public success is always paved with private discipline. People would rather follow a leader that is real than one that is always right. When you delegate tasks, you create followers. When you delegate authority, you create leaders. Most leaders are trying to figure out the right strategy. The best leaders are obsessed with empowering the right people. Unity is not the same as conformity. We have strength in our diversity. Your purpose is too valuable, your calling too great to waste time on what does not matter. And you can have control or you can have growth, but you can't have both. Craig Rochelle. And lastly, the problems of the world cannot possibly be solved by skeptics or cynics whose horizons are limited by the obvious realities. We need men and women who can dream of things that never were and ask why not. JFK. So before we move into talking about Brandon specifically, I want to share my favorite parable with you guys, and you probably heard it, but I think it's worth mentioning here for all of us, including myself. As Christopher Wren was rebuilding St. Paul's Cathedral, he walked out to look at his project. And of course, he saw bricklayers, but he saw three specifically. The first one he walked up to and he said, "Hey, what are you doing?" This guy didn't look very happy. He was kind of frowning. He was doing his job. He was sweaty, dirty. He said, "I'm laying bricks. It's what I do." So he said, "All right, well, continue. Sorry to bother you." So he walked to the next guy. And he said, "Hey, what are you doing?" This guy was a little bit happier, but still sweaty, dirty, but not just joyous in his work, but he was fairly in a good mood. And he said, "Hey, what are you doing?" "Oh, I'm building a wall." "You're building a wall?" "Yeah, I'm not really sure what it's for, but I'm trying to do the best I can. It's a good job, and I can't wait to really go home to my family." "Okay, well, appreciate your work." So he walked to the next guy. This guy was happy. This guy was having fun. He was smiling. And he said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm building a cathedral." He said, "I'm building something that's going to outlast all of us. People are going to come from all over to see this. They're going to love it. It's going to be beautiful." All three were doing the same job. But two had a job. One had a calling. And what we do here as assistant chief, as firefighters, police officers, it's not a job, it's a calling. And let us never forget that. So Brandon, let's talk about you a little bit. Brandon is from Pond Creek. Brandon started his career as a firefighter, a volunteer firefighter, when he was 18 years old. He earned his bachelor's degree in engineering technology and fire protection from OSU in 1997. And he started his career with our city in 2005. In 2008, he was promoted to driver. In 2010, he was awarded the Firefighter of the Year. In 2011, he was promoted to lieutenant. In 2013, he earned the rank of captain. He didn't waste any time. In 2014, he graduated from the Oklahoma Municipal League Citizen Leadership Academy. And to continue, Brandon is a team leader on the hazardous materials team. He's a member of the City of Stillwater Capital Improvement Plan Review Team. He's the leader of our apparatus committee, which has been responsible for the purchase of a 107-foot ladder truck and 2 Pierce engines that will be delivered later this year. Brandon also has been instrumental in developing our clothing policy and updating and implementing our new logo. He is the president of his homeowners association, and he serves in many volunteer roles at Sunnybrook Christian Church, including their crisis team. And if that's not enough, he is currently working on his master's degree in fire and emergency management administration from OSU. Brandon, thank you for stepping up and assuming this new role. We're proud of you. And today, without any further ado, it is my great honor, and with excitement, I announce the promotion of Captain Brandon Halcomb to Assistant Chief. Well, congratulations. And he officially starts the day after tomorrow at Fire Administration. So we're extremely excited to have him, and we're extremely excited you guys are here sharing this with us. Hope y'all have an amazing day, and take the time to celebrate. This is awesome. Thank y'all. Have a great day.